Welcome back, everybody. We're here to tell you that the war on police is absolutely raging right now. In the past week alone, 14 officers have been shot and 2 Connecticut police officers gunned down in the line of duty this week. And they were possibly ambushed, led to the scene by a false call for help. Officer Alex Hamzy died at the scene. He had just celebrated his first wedding anniversary this summer in June. And Police Sergeant Dustin DeMonte died at the hospital. He was a married dad of 2, and his wife is expecting their 3rd child. Joining us now is Frank Siller, founder of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, and he is ready to help out in a big way. Frank, it's always good to have you with us, but it's always sad to have you with us because it means that you are having to keep doing this job of reaching out and helping these families, making that phone call to them right away and saying, I know you're in the darkest moment of your life, but we are going to be there for you.
Yeah, it is sad, and it's disgusting what's going on in America and the war against our law enforcement and police officers all over the country. It's happening all over the country. But, you know, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, we made a promise to our first responders, and most certainly our police officers, that if you leave, you give your kids a kiss goodbye, and you don't come home, we're going to make sure that we take care of your families that are left behind. And that's exactly what we're going to do for Sergeant Dustin DeMonte, his beautiful wife, Laura. I spoke to Laura's mother earlier today. She said this is a nightmare and what they're going through. She couldn't speak. She was crying so much on the phone. But look, that's why we have to put the pictures of these guys up there. We have to remember, we have to say their names because we can't forget the sacrifice that's made every single day. And Tunnel to Towers Foundation has made this promise, and we're going to take care of this family. We're going to make sure they have a mortgage-free home.
You know, there's been so much backlash in the past couple of years against police, and you look at these folks, Greg, that come out to do the job. And, you know, it's interesting that you say their names because I've always felt you need to say all of the names, people who are dying in law enforcement, people who are dying in all different situations around this country.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound callous, but I can't keep up with the violence. You know, it amazes me that there are certain networks who would play one video or a particle of a video, portion of a video, of police malfeasance or something, or perceived malfeasance over and over for weeks. But no one... Maybe they'll talk about this once. Maybe they won't even mention it because there's no racial element to most of this stuff or any of this stuff. So you don't hear about this stuff. And you said something during the break that we were going through some of the most recent horrible acts of criminality. And you just kind of said there's a sickness out there. And I think we all kind of feel like there's a sickness out there. What is that sickness?
Well, it starts in the home. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, when I was a kid growing up, my parents said, respect your elders, respect law enforcement, and you did it. And little things like that in the school and everywhere, you get taught to say, when you see police officers, say thank you for protecting us. It's those little things that make a big difference later on in life. Instead, a lot of other media and other people are saying cops are bad. There's a false narrative being out there, and when one cop does something bad, they blame every cop, and you can't do that. They protect us. They give us the society that we have. Without them, we have no America. And it's sad to say that we're right on the cusp of something bad happening in America. It is happening every day, but we better take care of it. But it starts at the lowest level, meaning in the home, and the parents have to say police officers are good.
Jesse, we see cops retiring right and left. I mean, you know, it's very difficult and very brave and heroic for people who stand up today and say, I want to be a police officer, because it's not what it was.
It's also very brave and heroic for people to stand up and say, I'm going to donate a lot of money to fallen law enforcement officers. There's such a wealthy country, very generous country, but you have a lot of these fundraisers where they're donating millions of dollars to save, I don't know, a seal, a spotted owl. And that's not saying that that's not important, but I mean, what you guys are doing is so real when you think about the impact it has, the real world impact it has. Talk about the generosity of the people that your organization has worked with.
Well, we ask everybody to go to t2t.org, $11 a month. And that $11 a month makes a big difference in these families' lives. We've been able to help over 50 law enforcement this year alone that have died in the line of duty protecting us. 137 have given their lives, police officers, this year.
Wow.
It's incredible, but we can't do it without the generosity of our viewers. People should know that 95.1% of every dollar that's donated to Tunnel to Towers Foundation is going to these families. You see where your money goes. The Monte family's mortgage is going to get paid off 100% of what you donate. It's important that people see where their money is going, and what better way than to take care of the burden of a mortgage on these families that just lost their loved one.
Yeah.
When we were backstage, we were in the green room, you said there have been 3,000 events that Tunnel to Towers did across the nation. Give us a little bit, just give us a little color of that, and tell viewers how they can be a part not only of this, but how we can help going forward.
Well, look, we're proud that we have tens of thousands of volunteers across America that have joined us on our mission. And our mission is simple: let us do good. And what the good is, to take care of these men and women who go out every single day to protect us. So many people have joined us. 3,000 different events put on for us. We're not putting them on. These are other people putting them on for Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And because of that we're able to raise the kind of money. You could do the math. We're going to do over 200 mortgages this year, or mortgage-free homes this year, some for catastrophic Legion service members. Do the math. Your mortgage times 200. And we can only do it because of people that have joined us on this great mission.
Thank you for doing it.
I was looking earlier on my phone, and I have photos from Jason Rivera's funeral, who died in the line of duty at the beginning of the year for the NYPD. How much money do you need to raise per family?
Well, it averages out nearly $330,000 per family. That's what it averages out over the course. Some are more, some are less. But you know, done $11 a time. Believe it or not, you bring the people together. It gets done, and that's what we love. A blue-collar foundation bringing millions of people together, not just a few people donating millions of dollars. Don't get me wrong. Somebody could donate.
We'll take that too.
We will. Well, we need it, and we get it. Yeah. Thank God.
I hope somebody writes you a check for $350,000 right now.
Well, you know what,
Jesse?
I have no doubt. I have no doubt your viewers are going to respond to this. Once again, T2T.org, $11 a month. We could help so many. 2014, detectives Lou Ramos were assassinated here in New York. Officer Dustin DeMonte was assassinated. There's no question about it.
So Jason Rivera was assassinated.
They were assassinated, and we better be there to take care of the families, and that's what we're here doing today. So thanks for having me on.
Thank you for everything that you do. And we do have an extraordinarily generous audience, and I know they're going to come through for you, and we thank you for being with us today.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.